Give me a yang yang. Yang yang.
Yin yang?
Yang yang.
Is that what that means? I thought it was supposed to be closer to your mouth. Isn't that better?
So
It's the
how many?
ASMR.
4 fingers? 3 fingers.
Depends. How big are your fingers?
Okay. Listen, this is a show where we can talk shit. Okay?
Yeah.
So
You need your laptop to talk shit?
I do, because I took notes.
Oh.
Because sometimes, when you get into like a confrontation and you're so caught off guard,
Yeah.
and then you leave, and for 5 days after, you keep replaying it, and you come up with all these retorts, and you're like, oh, I should have said, like really handed it to him, right?
Yeah.
Well, I pre-did that, and I made notes.
I should have done that.
That's
But,
not
you
what
know,
my notes
well,
are.
I'm witty and I can just come up with it on my own. I don't need
You're
a
young and
laptop.
witty.
I am. My brain's sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're pretty
Good-
sharp. You don't
good for
need
you.
that.
These are not insults. These are just these are notes. There's nothing wrong with taking notes. And I am a proud note taker.
Okay. Taking notes.
I feel like how creative minds work though.
Well, you have to write down. Otherwise, the thoughts are fleeting. They go away in 5 seconds. The second you have it, it's gone.
Exactly.
Whether
But
it's like
that's-
writing or music or anything like that,
How many
lyrics.
times have you thought of a melody or had a lyrical idea or something like that, and then you don't do something about it and it's gone?
Exactly.
It doesn't happen to me because I take notes.
On your laptop, though. I notice you don't ever do it on your phone. You do it all on this giant laptop. How do you do that if you're in the shower and you have a
'cause I
moment?
can't
You go out
see.
and get your laptop out. I mean, you don't just grab your phone really quickly.
No, I don't want to drip water across the bathroom floor.
Sometimes you got to. What if it's a good enough shower thought?
What if I step out and slip on the water and crack my head, and then nobody never knows my thoughts because
Nobody never knows. It's pretty artistic, though. It's a way to go.
What is your wish if you die? With your art, what do you hope? What do you want somebody to do with your art when you die?
Only put out the good things.
So if there are good things, why haven't you put them
No,
out? already?
they're all great.
I can't even knock you because everything I've heard is really good. So
Thank you.
I'm happy for you though. You're talented. A lot of people think they're talented and they're not. Like you've skipped ahead in line
Well,
already.
people that aren't talented are doing it though, and I've learned to like not talk so much shit about people. I mean, that's not true. I talk so
Have
much
you?
shit about people. But
I
mean,
haven't seen
in
the side of
I don't
you
get
yet.
as mad about it when I like do think about that. When I'm like, oh wow, this fucking person sucks. But then I'm like, well, damn, they really they're doing it. They're taking the time to put themselves out there. They're trying.
I mean, I guess I don't think I've heard you say that about Chaperone though. I feel like it's just all dogging Chaperone. Cheers to us, by the way.
Reach over this mic.
Yeah, well, I put it right there.
Like share. Getting that time to write too. Like when you're so distracted and you're doing something and you're busy, I mean, you more than
know.
I.
Yeah.
Different ways of being busy, but for you, it's like being a dad and getting that time to like write notes. Do you do that throughout your day when you're in the middle of cooking, in the middle of doing something?
Yeah.
You're busy.
I was thinking about this honestly after the last conversation we had and how I do feel stuck so often of the times, especially creatively. And I feel stuck because of responsibilities that hold me back from achieving my goals. Like even if my goal is I'm going to learn a new song today, which I actually did recently. I learned it and then I never played it again, which in itself
What
is
song
kind
was
of
this?
alone.
Oh, yeah.
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 I
I know, because every time you learn a song, I'd learn the piano and then nothing ever
Nothing
happens. with
ever
it.
happens.
Yeah.
A lot of when I feel busy and overwhelmed, and it's more that I'm spending time worrying about the things that I need to worry about instead of executing the things I need to worry about, take care of them to free myself up. When there becomes so many things to worry and stress about and responsibilities, it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. And that weight alone is weight. Does that make sense?
Of course. But then you add that extra level of it by worrying more about it rather than taking
Yeah.
steps every day to relieve a little bit of that. But it's how much time do you get in your day to create, right? Like how much time in your waking day when you get that perfect moment. You can't really plan. Like when you get that time off, you finally are done with your responsibilities. You finally get like 5 seconds to yourself. to have it. Are you ready? Are you even like mentally, do you have the wherewithal?
Well, are you asking me, or are you just saying like for the greater
Generally,
good? 'Cause
and I'm
me,
asking you.
personally,
I
I'm
know the
tapped out
answer,
at the end of
yeah.
the day. I feel like it's got to be common. No,
Of course.
maybe I have too much green. Green is not a creative color.
We took a couple days to go out and be away from the world a little bit to try to write and create and do stuff.
It was so nice though.
It was, because it's quiet. You don't have like the world on your shoulders, especially like you said, like when you're at home. Even if you do have a free moment, like you're still in the space where life happens.
Yeah.
Even if you're all alone, like you're still there. You're reminded of all the things in your day to day. So kind of removing yourself from that environment.
I believe that the way we were received when we got there was a sign that that's like, this is the right path. Like, granted, I felt like shit, but we got there and
Yeah.
it started snowing right after we unloaded. Like, it was snowing in the mountains.
We just loaded everything. It was perfect. We finally got comfortable and
Perfect.
it was coming down. It was beautiful. It wasn't supposed to either.
Yeah. And then just the next day, the snow melted and I started feeling better. And then we actually wrote.
Yeah.
You know, got a couple ideas. But I feel like you got to be open to it, and you got to recognize when you start getting that burnout, you know, because there are signs. I feel like there's signs when I start feeling burned out.
Kind of go on autopilot on sometimes. Like it's one of two ways. You either just get really stressed and you're feeling heavy, you're tired, you're weak, you're
That's
grumpy, or there's the other end where you're just existing, like you're floating by. Sometimes I have those moments too, where like I'm just on autopilot and you take in every news, which is like kind of like Trump shit that we hear every day, whether it's politics, whether it's laws, whether it's wars that are going on. It's like you just get like so overwhelmed that you just kind of float by. It's like you hear the craziest thing ever, but it doesn't even like register.
Well,
with you, right?
hasn't that been the entire goal of the last 10 years? Desensitize, make the craziest shit normal. Are we actually immune to that in that moment when we know inside we want to be creative? We have this urge, like we got to get something out, but we're just so tapped out. Like we still know it.
Of course we know.
The people still know they're being hosed and lied to.
Yeah, of course. And it's like the added layer of how expensive everything is now. So you're working, you're working two jobs, but like you're working all the time. That's another thing that just takes up your life. Like just to survive and make it, it keeps you down. It keeps you like, we're creative beings. We are meant to create. We're meant to drink, have food, laugh, have conversations, be social, like live. And you only get so many hours. Like you and I, we have so much fun when we're talking, when we're hanging out, chatting, whatever. But like we have to figure out, like coming out here and talking, like we have to figure it out a month ahead of time, weeks ahead of time, when you can schedule a couple hours, because it's like making money, doing these things, life responsibilities. If like money wasn't a factor, you know, if you're lucky enough, like some artists are, you know, good for them that they've had that money from their family or, you know, like solid upbringing. Who's that? Some people have definitely had an easier time with it. And that makes you wonder, like, does their art reflect that? Is their art any different because of it? Having the struggle, having the life behind it. Because if we all had money, my God, yeah, there's so much more time to do the things we want to do. But maybe there is something beautiful in that struggle, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope.
I believe that it like coming from money, not having the same experiences that people like you and I have had. And of course, it affects all of our stories, affect our creative drive and our what we say artistically. Me personally, I've always felt deeper connected with myself and what it is I want to do creatively when I am on the low, when I'm either depressed, sad, run down. I very rarely ever am at the beach having a drink and playing volleyball or whatever. I don't play volleyball, but like catch football on the beach with my son, right? I feel like I'm super happy, so I don't feel the urge to be creative as much.
You're talking about the creativity for you really is sparked from
the low,
some depression or some
even maybe not even depression, but just melancholy or solitude.
Yeah,
stillness.
Low to you could even be just being alone and like,
yeah.
Wasn't that kind of fucked up when you think about it? Like that isn't that where we should be feeling super creative, shouldn't we feel when we're super happy? Because I get it. I agree. I'm the same way. Like,
Yeah.
and mine is like being depressed. Like when I'm depressed, I'm my most creative. Weirdly,
Yeah.
I feel my most alive. And it's this weird balancing act. And I don't know if it's my generation, if it's just being an adult.
When I am depressed, sad, I feel a lot more reflective and nostalgic and look back on the past and mistakes I made or how I got here. And it helps me kind of be grateful for where I'm at.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a balancing act of what I do to not pull myself out, because I'm not pulling myself out, but just it's like medicine, my own medicine, just talking myself through it.
It's just reflective. So for you, it's a reflective space. Like whether it's a good day, a bad day, anything. Like it's when you're alone and you're reflecting on how it is and where you're at, that you feel like most creative.
Would you agree? Do you identify with that?
Sometimes I feel like when I have a really good day, I thought that was really interesting when you're talking about it that way. Because I feel like for me, not that I feel like everything I write's depressing, but I do feel most motivated when I'm sad or when I'm overwhelmed, like as more of an escape. Because like you're saying, if I'm like really happy and I'm feeling good, I kind of lean into that and I just take that and I kind of want to ride it. So of course I'm feeling good one night. Like I'm not going to immediately, I should, but I don't just go and like do music. I never do that. If I'm feeling really good, I'm like, I'm gonna have another drink. I'm gonna take a gummy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna really ride this out. I'm gonna listen to some music. I'm gonna go on a walk.
Because you don't need that medicine right then.
Yeah. But if you're as an artist or somebody that's creating and you should be creating all the time, shouldn't we be doing it from all aspects of our mind too?
I mean, I feel like everyone's different, but I think what's really most common is to do it well, balance. Yeah. Am I making sense right now?
You are. I mean, it's hitting right now for me a little bit. So I'm like,
I forgot how long I was talking.
What are you looking at?
Just looking at my notes.
Yeah. What's on your notes?
Preventative measures. Preventative measures.
Like what are you talking? Preventative for what? What am I preventing?
Burnout.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Can you prevent? I mean,
yes, you can.
Let me see. Work less hours. I can't. I need money. I need to eat.
Okay, so you don't ever say to yourself when you're being creative in some way, and say you're working on Ableton, you're building a song. You never say like, "Oh, I need a break," but I'm not. I'm just going to keep going.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Plenty of times.
that thought of like, I need to take a break, that's yourself telling yourself like, take a break, right?
Yeah.
So you don't do that. You don't take a break.
No, I'll take breaks for sure.
So well, what are they?
I don't like being.
What are the breaks?
I don't like being uncomfortable. The second something gets uncomfy for me, I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
So what are the breaks? What do you do?
Breaks. I get up and take a walk. I usually go on a walk.
So thank you. Take a walk.
Take a walk. Yeah. A preventative measure would be taking a walk. So boring, so gay, but it works.
No, it's not.
Sometimes it's time to think about it. Think just getting out at any capacity. Going to the cabin, that's like more my vibe. Like getting out.
You made us go on a walk there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk wherever.
Gay.
We
got cruised a little bit though on that walk. I feel
definitely kept running into him.
Yeah.
Can't escape the gaze, no matter where you go. Up to the mountains, the highest point, away from everyone.
It was a very gay little town though. I feel like I saw little like rainbow flags.
Really?
Besides the toy shop, that dude knew nothing about being gay.
No.
But yeah, there's flags in people's homes and the shops and stuff.
Pay attention to that.
You don't?
I wasn't looking. I mean, I do. I would.
I wasn't looking for it, but it was very prominent. It was easy to see.
Yeah. I think the whole weekend was like a haze to me. Just different air, different whatever.
It was a haze, ladies and gentlemen.
Using some.
I don't know if that's good.
No,
haze?
It's a good haze. Haze is not a bad thing, right? I think
I think of like a film that's on your windshield that you have to wipe away. I think of it as like a haze blocks you from fully seeing.
Okay, maybe not a haze, more like a.
Well, no, maybe it's appropriate.
Like a dreamy.
Haze might be appropriate. I get it now.
Yeah,
because it masks, like it kind of covers up reality. Are you following this?
I'm like hypnotized.
Follow my fingers. Wait, what were we watching recently where we got hypnotized? Oh, the lyric video for Madonna's new song.
That's got you hypnotized.
It was so flashy. I felt like I was gonna have
a seizure.
I was gonna have an episode. Rest is the other thing, by the way.
Rest.
When I feel burned out, rest.
Well, yeah. naturally.
It's simple. Walk and rest.
Walk and rest. But you're not always able to sleep or completely rest too well, you know? What happens on those nights too? Burnout, and then you're not sleeping.
Wait, on the nights that you what? Burn out?
No, just speaking in general.
Hmm.
Not so literally. Rest is important. I don't know if we get enough of it when you think you are, right? When you're just chilling, but then you pull out your phone. I know that my breaks are like just pulling my phone out. Sometimes just immediately going to reels or like immediately going to something. And I'm like, is that really
Poison.
resting your mind?
Poison.
You're not resting. Your brain's still processing and comparing and doing all that kind of stuff
Scrolling is poison.
as you're scrolling on your laptop.
I was scrolling my notes.
Okay, you're right. Fair.
But we're not. Fuck it. We don't do notes. We don't need notes.
I have notes right down there. It's trying to navigate your own mind, doing a conversation, a podcast, talking off of the top of your head without a script. It just means
Nobody
you have
said
to be
anything
present.
about script.
Yeah, no, I know. I never said script either.
Notes.
Notes. No, notes are important. It's like the same thing as a reminder throughout my day. I don't think I get through my day without giving myself some type of structure, or I'll forget everything. I think you and I can get off into the weeds about literally anything.
Anything. But it's funny that you say you need structure.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I need it. I fought it my whole life, you know. Wouldn't like do homework or turn anything in unless there was consequences or like, you know, being held to it or
So
getting in
you
trouble.
weren't the kid that would do stuff because you knew something was good on the other side. Like you would be rewarded for it. You'd only do it if you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I wanted something that I want to just do what felt good in the moment, which I still kind of am now.
You
It's nothing
still
to
live
change.
by it.
Yeah,
You're
I
good.
do. I like what feels good, and
But why shouldn't we be allowed to do that?
I think
If
we
it's not
should.
hurting anybody.
I think that there's a lot. That's a whole edible conversation about falling into society and what shaped society, right? Religion, all these weird opinions, these rules. And at the end of the day, we're all just humans, right? We're all just creating. We're all trying to get by and figure it out. So, yeah, enjoying what feels good,
It really
not
is,
limiting yourself.
yeah. It is kind of wild when you think about how our societies have, and I say more because I feel like there's like all around the world, like every society has a way that you're expected to live.
I don't know, but that's why gays are so challenged. Because what do you think of? Look at any culture, any religion, like anywhere the gays are, fucking fun. There's a party, there's music, there's sex, there's art, there's culture, there's drinking, there's food, like all the things that make a human.
That's why you want to
human.
go back to the Abbey?
Ugh, the lacking all of that. No, no, maybe.
I forgot what I was drinking.
Coffee fee.
Coffee fee.
No, it's the fucking gays. The gays bring it, and we challenge people, and we challenge each other. Like gays are fucking hard on each other about all types of things, right? About every type of conversation. They're very critical. But that being said, who's more free than us
Gays.
and the gays?
I wasn't ready for that, so I don't know how to respond to it. But
Okay.
I don't disagree with you.
There's a reason for me saying it, right? We're talking about
Yeah.
rules, being a human, right? Work till you die, have babies.
But that's what life
Do
should be.
this.
Life should be about having fun with people you want to have fun with.
Mhm.
And that's what life should be about.
Of course.
It shouldn't be about, I have to devote my life to worshiping something
I
or
think
believing
it's-
in something.
should feel good.
You should believe in your family.
Believe in your family. You should believe in yourself, and
You should believe in doing the greater good for your community.
Yeah.
And that would just be, why isn't that the norm?
and have fun and just be a human. Like live like we only
As-
have one life.
But all of this means like without hurting somebody else. And I think that's where it gets messy because some people are like, that hurts me.
Because there's expectations.
Marriage equality hurts my marriage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that kind of shit.
Well, that shit I don't care about. But there's other
I'm just
aspects,
saying
right?
that's like so
Expectations.
many of the,
There's definitely like, and that does hurt those kinds of people. But those are all different kinds of conversations, right? Different views on marriage, different views on monogamy, different views on art, on music, on whatever, right? So I think it's not having expectations of people. Like what would
and
the
all
world
those
look like
things
if
you can
none
get
of
burned
us-
out on.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Interesting. It's not just being creative.
But I think the best way to avoid burnout is is not limiting, not having those limiting beliefs. I feel like it's so easy to put yourself into a box. We all do
What do you
it.
mean limiting beliefs? Like imposter syndrome?
That too. Yeah, like limiting yourself, right? It's so easy to limit ourselves.
Yeah.
And giving into that. I'm tired. I'm this, like the rules that we put on ourselves. When it's like, are there really, like, do we,
Well, being tired is not a rule. What's a
Right.
rule? Give me an example of what rule we put on ourselves.
the rule you put on yourself? No, I mean just like expectations or being like hard on yourself and giving into that. Like, I'm not feeling creative today. I'm not doing this, whatever. But getting down and like just pulling yourself up, even if you're tired. Of course, you need sleep. You need to relax. You
You're
need to
saying
chill
so,
then.
like get to your feeling like I'm not really into that, so just pull yourself up by the britches and do it.
No, or just do something. Don't just like burn out, feel like you
Yeah.
can't do it, and then give up. Like,
Well,
do something else.
that's when you would take your walk, right? That's when you would
Yeah, but just
pivot and
ground yourself.
yeah,
Not get lost in the sauce. Easy
lost in the
lost
sauce.
in the sauce.
Who sauced? Depends.
And being free. Just being. I know that doesn't make sense to burn out, but being free to me it does, because it's like, what's the opposite of just like limiting, crash, hitting a wall, just letting yourself be free. Like, just open up, challenge yourself. Anything can be true. Not everything is exactly what we make it out to be. We're not burnt out about the things that we're burnt out about. Does that make sense? Do I sound high? Probably, but
Do you feel like you can be challenged when you are kind of a solitary creature? As a normal practice, like for you, I think you and I were very similar before we met. It's not that we were hermits. Like I got out all the time. I did stuff all the time.
yeah,
But I wasn't really engaging with many people. I would talk to a family on the phone. I would talk to my family directly, maybe some school events, like, but there was not that I wasn't having real friendships.
I don't know. I think you were probably leading to just feeling trapped, like isolated, and kind of hitting that wall.
Do you
when
feel
we-
like you can grow?
when,
You feel like
when
you
you're
can
alone, can you
challenge,
grow when
be
you're?
challenged in that environment?
I think to an extent in your own box, right? Like when you're in your own mind, like you can challenge yourself with thoughts and ideas. You can stay in your head, which is what I did for like 3 years straight. I was just staying in my head, and I was like, what would this be like? Daydreaming, like all these ideas of what it would be like to do Ableton. What would it be like to go out and actually go meet people, go talk, go get a drink, like just be a human being. And so you can only grow so much, I think, in that space, but you need to go outside into the
that's
world,
kinda my point.
and let yourself. You have to, and it was interesting how you and I met in that way. I didn't trust you when I first met you. I know who you were. You messaged me, and I was like, we're chatting,
You're
and
talking about that, yeah.
because we were talking about photography, right?
Yeah.
Those things, but meeting in person was like
You were super flaky.
I was flaky, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was me like coming out of that world, right? Like turning
Same.
21 during
I
the
was
pandemic.
pushing myself. I was doing the photography thing, and I was like, I am going to apply myself and really
Yeah.
follow up with people. And you were one of the very few who would actually follow up with me.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, and since then, I feel for me, I have grown in a way and pushed myself in a way of just changing my mindset. I don't know if I have been more productive and have a few more things that I have to show for that as far as songs or ideas or drafts or, I do have more of those since I met you than I did in the probably like past 5 years. But I feel like that was a turning point for me, feeling more challenged to be creative.
Yeah.
Because I was like I had a burnout, and then I stayed in that burnout for years.
Yeah. And it's like, how do you pull yourself out of it? And I think you and I met at maybe for a reason on that level, obviously. Look where we're at, right? But met because you sometimes can't pull it out of yourself completely, but maybe you're inspired by seeing somebody else. Maybe being around somebody that is like you can kind of see yourself in somebody, right? And that goes to show, we have this age gap, we have completely different lives, different lifestyle, but it doesn't matter because like deep down at the core of who we are as people, we recognize like a longing in us for something that we should be doing, right? And you talk about it, you open up, it inspires you. I don't know. I
wish I was half of as tuned in as you are. Like I was not on my shit at all at your age. I was partying. I wasn't really putting myself into being creative. I was just working my job. It was a fun job.
But you were working pretty hard. It was a big
Yeah.
job.
But it was like I got to go to the studio at night. I got to take people out to dinner on the company credit card. Like I got to do fun shit, like cool people out to dinner. You
Yeah.
know, like artists and other writers and producers and whatever. Like it was a fun gig, but I
Yeah.
wasn't doing anything for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't focusing at being creative for me at all. And seeing where you are at right now, but you also just have this really well put together way of thinking. I was not in that headspace.
I think that's
Not at all. I was like, let's go out and party.
where I'm trying to get to. I mean, that's where I want to do. I'd
I
prefer.
said the other way.
I think I'd prefer to be partying than being like at home, so introspective about life. And
Introspective. That's a good way of saying it, I guess.
I feel very introspective, and I think that's also just being a product of your environment, right? Again, environments. We removed ourselves to the cabin to be in a different environment.
Yeah.
My life environment has been, being this age, sure. Maybe I haven't related to a lot of my peers and people my age. Maybe due to my early life experience, who knows? But
Right.
I think what connects people my age and everyone's age, really everyone, but primarily people my age, is just that the progression of the world, how quickly things are changing. Like it's like a snowball. Like it's just getting faster and faster and bigger. And like I say it all the time, but like, being 21, right? In the pandemic, like never being an adult, it made me even more isolated, made me even more in my head. And so I think I've developed in certain ways where you think I'm doing so much at this age, but then it's like me, I feel like the complete opposite. It's like I've been living in here and now I'm finally in meeting you and making friends or moving and back to California and being around people and around life again. It's like showing me that I need to get out of here and like grow into the world a little bit more.
Well, I would imagine there's a feeling of like you're making up for lost time too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta hustle. Who was it that was talking about how people today don't want to work and how younger generations don't feel like working?
I feel like that's every old man says that. Was that
I
you?
wasn't
you saying
having.
it?
I was a bystander. Like I feel like you were having it with someone.
Oh, you were like there.
I was there. I wasn't having the conversation.
Probably.
But that's my point.
Young folks don't want to work
But
anymore.
that's not-
we
that's not a
don't, because
hustle.
we're working away and we're making no fucking money doing it. And then
So there's a difference between working and hustling, obviously.
yeah, sure. I think it's a state of mind. I mean, working, we all got to work, but hustling, that's just like a mentality. Like it's a gym bro.
But what are you
go get it.
hustling for?
For the bread,
Well, what's the bread?
the money, the cha-ching, the bread for the
So it is work.
success.
You got to like work for the.
But there's like levels of complacency versus hustle. I don't know. Where do you get lost in between? This is where the podcast could go on forever and ever and ever
To the
and
hustle.
ever, through the hustle and through the grind. But it's what can you do each day to make it comfortable for you? They give the old man the loose one, and they give me the young, spry mic. I can move it anywhere. Stiff. What are your notes?
We actually covered a lot of them.
Did we?
Preventative measures like taking a walk, recognizing it, imposter syndrome. Like what do you do for recovery? Rediscovering what it is that made you fall in love with whatever your passion was.
Yeah.
When you feel that burned out, like when you're starting to feel totally burnt out and tired and uninspired.
Yeah.
Remember why you're there. Go for a walk. Remember why you're there. Maybe watch old movies. Do something that just feels safe and allows you to not have to think about the future.
Yeah. It inspires you enough to at least know it's giving you
Yeah.
art. It's giving you.
My problem is
Opinions.
when I start to get to that place, I double down.
Yeah.
And then I stress out and I'm like, I got to clean this. I got to do this.
I see it.
I got to go shopping. Well, and all those things do have to happen is the
But I
crazy
see it
thing.
in you. I
Like,
see it in you. It's hard for you to sit still.
my feet are concrete floors and my feet are just like,
But even
all
more than that,
day.
I feel like you
I'm
just
like-
got thoughts. I can see
need
your
my
brain.
Dr.
Boom,
Scholl's.
boom, boom.
yeah. I
think
wouldn't
the only
change it for
time-
anything,
The only time you
but
don't is when you partake.
that's the best time ever.
Because then it's just like, yeah.
Got myself a Joffrey. Have you had your Joffrey today?
You should take your Joffrey.
Take your Joffrey.
That's the advice and the moral of all this is when you have a creative block, you take a Joffrey. You'll either be very creative or you'll spiral and have a panic attack, one of the two.
Oof. Those are never fun though.
A weed-induced panic attack.
An ubi.
An
I
ubi.
call it an ubi.
Ubi.
You
only
had
just,
one
You
the
just
first
taught
time
me
I
what
met
that
you.
was.
Yeah. Well.
We both were when we first met.
Oh yeah, but I wasn't sprawled out on the floor. Like when I came back, you were like on the floor, just laying on your back.
Was I really?
Yes. I feel like I took a couple pictures of you like that. I'm pretty sure that's how you ended up in that pose where your leg is up and you're like this.
I feel like so much has happened in 1 year.
It seems weird to me that
I
it's
feel like
only been a year.
I feel like I've lived even in being at the cabin for a few days in a creative mindset, away from the world, away from like responsibilities. That alone to me felt very short, but also felt like multiple seasons for some reason in like one weekend for me. It's like amazing how much can change in that. You know, because the year before I was working in a job I hated.
Yeah.
And that year went by like.
But it's
so
changed
fast.
because you've made it change.
Yeah. I had to.
You really
have
worked hard at making a
working
change.
a minimum wage job and being exactly what I said, burnout. Like I work with clients all day. And by the time I finally get home, like I bodybuilded, I didn't touch it. I didn't want to learn it. I didn't want to take any classes. I just wanted to get high and go to bed with my cat. And then wake up and then repeat.
That's the dream.
It is the dream, except there was no life. And I was fat and I was depressed. And
you still look good when you're fat, though. Oh, this is where we'll flash up a picture on the screen.
Comparison.
Fat Joffrey.
Fat Joffrey, yeah.
Skinny Joffrey.
I just showed him another comparison, another Instagram gay comparison on my phone. It's not. There's nothing for you to look at.
Oh, you kept pointing down there.
It's right down here.
Your no-no zone.
Good times.
Let's
hope people
say
can
goodbye.
Leave. Say goodbye. Yeah. Hopefully people can leave without being like, oh God, I'm so depressed. That was so sad. Why do I want to sit here and watch a couple of miserable faggots talk about?
Because life isn't just a happy and sad. Sometimes I wish there was more conversations that I could listen to and identify and be like, okay, I'm not alone. Oh, maybe I'll try that, whatever. Similar to the way you listen to music.
Yeah.
Like I want more artists that are like Patty Griffin and John Denver who can sit down with a guitar and tell a story and just make me get lost in their voice and their words. I think for us, like I'm okay with being chill. Like if you want to be boring, let's be boring.
Yeah. I think we just want to invite people in to
By the way, I think we're not boring. I think we're fun.
Of course we're not going to think that. So I don't give a fuck what other people are saying. Where I just get to be here and be having a conversation. And if they want to join in on it, they can.
See, you don't care?
No, we don't care.
I don't give a shit.
Follow us. We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about shit.
No.
I feel like it was
That's the moral of this whole episode is how much fucks are you willing to give?
How many fucks do I give? You don't always give a fuck, but you definitely give a fuck.
Me?
Everybody.
Me?
Yeah, if you didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't care.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, my crash
and not
out.
Caring is not cool.
Fully crashing out on the last episode.
Which one?
Our last episode.
Of what?
When I was just crashing out of the podcast. Of what?
I gotta watch that because I don't feel like you were crashing out.
Oh my gosh.
Really? You really felt like you crashed out?
Oh my God, yeah. I felt like I was like soaking. I was sweating.
Really?
I don't know what was up.
Maybe whatever it was, like you gave to me, and it's just like my older immune system wasn't able to fight it off, but you sweat it out in here, and that's why I've been sick ever since.
No.
You're trying to kill the old guy.
No.
Fucked up. Did you know that you could actually be my son, though?
I'm gonna ask my mom about this. Any gay men that my mother has slept with.
I'm 47, right? You're 27.
Yeah. You could definitely have been my father. Getting around at 20 years old.
Age is no thing for me.
Of course.
I'm not an ageist. You, on the other hand, he's an ageist.
Ageist.
You're an ageist.
Yeah. In what way? I feel like I'm more apt to dislike younger people. Ageist.
That's what I mean. You're an ageist.
Because I like.
See, you could be an ageist the other way.
So with not being a cradle robber, but like a.
I could be an ageist if I'm like, you're too young.
Yeah.
You're an ageist. I didn't say you were an elder hater. I
feel like I'm an elder chaser.
You do kind of go for them at the gym.
Yeah, the older guys, the dads at the gym are
like that one handsome guy, and then you saw him outside the window get into his car, and you're like, oh, maybe not.
They're cute from far away. Some of them.
No, he's a handsome
some dads
guy.
that are really handsome.
Yeah, no, he's a handsome guy.
Just the military dads. They're kind of cute.
At our gym?
Some of them. So you realize, who they really are.
Is it the black and gray American flag that tells you who they are, or the red hat?
I'd say both. I don't see the red hat much anymore.
I really don't.
I rarely
Just that
see
one
the red
woman
hat.
who wears the black one.
Yeah. No, I don't even see.
Which
the
that
flag,
is even kind of chicken shit. You're like, you want to wear that hat, but you're too chicken shit to make it red.
You make it red. I want to know. I want to see you from a mile away. God, that turned off. Oh my God. It's like fucking shivering.
It's the Arctic tundra in here.
It is cold in here.
It's better than being hot.
Is it?
It's fresher when it's cold.
I guess.
You know, I used to have these breakouts on my chin that were like golf balls. And they would get all infected.
Golf ball? Like
Yeah,
that?
they were boils, I guess.
Ew.
Have you ever had one?
No.
They were so painful and hard, and they wouldn't pop. They would just go away.
How old were you?
Teens, like puberty.
No, that'll do it.
Yeah.
No, luckily. Just my contagious acne.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on, what else do we have? YouTube. You can listen to us wherever your friendly podcasts are streamed.
Yeah. Facebook. Old timer over here. He's got Facebook.
We
so.
got Facebook for the elders out there.
And Reels and Instagram. That's where my generation will be.
But see, I thought Reels was kind of cheesy too, though. I thought TikTok was the only way to go.
No, TikTok is lame. TikTok sucks.
The young generation thinks TikTok is cool.
No, that ages you right now. That alone, I feel like it would be like. I feel like the younger generation loves TikTok. No. Like
why does everybody love TikTok?
Like the babies, I feel like the youngins love TikTok, but
they're the ones that shouldn't be on TikTok.
Well, yeah, the people that are like mass mentality, but I feel like Reels are where people that are down for some awful fucked up humor or some crazy fucked up bullshit, death, fighting. I don't get into death anymore.
But you don't get that on TikTok.
No, it's so censored what you can get on there. I love a good like fist fight. I like seeing someone get knocked out.
Oh, if there's one on Twitter that's like real street fights or something,
Yeah.
I get sucked into it for hours, and that's like, what are you watching? It's just people screaming and yelling at each other.
Well, the stuff you send me
Just
is very.
trash.
We send each other very. I send each other like gym stuff, but I didn't even send you half of the stuff that'd show up on mine. I think it would
Why
freak
not,
you out.
though?
I don't know. I just think you wouldn't.
You would not freak me out. What are you talking about?
When you request for when I pass away, it's that you clear my history and that you
I'm gonna broadcast that. I'm gonna read every website.
you don't look through my likes and you just clear my
Yeah.
likes and my saved, especially the saved. Don't go through there.
Really? I remember that when we're driving home and I'm playing music on your phone.
No, never again. Locked. You're limited to my Apple CarPlay.
Never. All right, I need a snack.
Let's get you a snack.
Let's have some snack. All right, it's been real. Peace out. Musky trunks. Bottoms up. What was that?
I was trying to get my trunks out. But they're too far up there. I got a wedgie. They're all the way down there.
Fix yourself, girl.
No muskies.